Hello and welcome everyone to Selective Preparation, Power Thinking Skills Test 19. There are 10 questions in this video. Let's begin. Alright, this first one was a comparative question, right? So for these questions, we usually try and organize the information into a table or tabular format. So we have option A and option B, and the two things we're comparing are money and positive ratings, right? Now with the money, if you think about dividing it so that we have per day, you actually get 410 for both. Per day, right? But that does not differentiate which one's better because they're the same. So that's why we have to look at the customer rating. So we have 4 out of 7 and we have 8 out of 50. You can just divide the top by the bottom and get a decimal and find a percentage that way. But an easier way, if I double this, top and bottom, right, I get 8 out of 14. Now notice this is 8 out of 14, this is 8 out of 15. Which one is bigger? It's A, right? Because the denominator is smaller, we are dividing 8 by less portions. So that's why each portion will be bigger. So A is bigger, there's more positive ratings, so the answer is C. Okay, the next one, which of the following must be false? So you had to read this box and kind of deduce by checking every single one if it must be false. Okay, not if it could be false, but it definitely must be false. The answer is D, and let's check through this one, okay? Ben was bored yesterday and his laptop and phone are fully charged. If Ben was bored yesterday, where is Ben? Whenever Ben is bored, okay, so we'll start there. He plays video games or chats with Michael. So there's two options here. Plays video games or chats with Michael, okay? Let's get our highlighter out. So if Ben was to play video games, the first one, he needs to recharge his laptop. If he chats with Michael, he needs to recharge his phone, okay? If Ben recharges his phone or laptop, he cannot charge the other device, meaning the next day his other device is out of battery. So he can only do one at a time. Now remember in our option, Ben was bored yesterday. If he was bored yesterday, he must have either needed to recharge his laptop or his phone, but he was unable to charge one of them because of this rule, right? So the next day, one of the devices must be out of battery, but here it says his laptop and phone are fully charged. That cannot be true. If you like another way of explaining it, you can have a read of the solutions here by pausing the video now. Okay, number 3, which conclusion is best supported? Let's use our highlighter. World Chase Tag is a new sport that started getting traction over the last 5 years. So that means it's starting to grow popular and bigger. There's 2 teams that take turns and it lasts 20 seconds. Therefore, rounds are usually explosive in energy and features many of the appealing elements of parkour with simple rules that are easy to pick up as a spectator. So basically they're saying that it has started getting traction, gotten popular because there is a lot of explosive energy and simple rules, right? And appealing elements, which is why people like to watch it. So A is actually the best answer. World Chase Tag has grown fast, right? Started getting traction because of how easy and interesting it is. Interesting is the appealing elements, easy, simple rules to understand and to watch, right? Spectator. Many links to our key points, therefore A is the answer. Alright, number 4, squares of sides 1 cm are placed and given the pattern 2 across 2 down, only the start of the pattern is shown. If 18 squares are placed this way, find the perimeter of the resulting figure. So what we're going to do is set up a quick table, okay? So this is the number of squares, and this is the perimeter. Let's try and establish a pattern. When there are 2 squares, what is the perimeter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What about 3 squares? Remember, we don't count the inside line, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there a pattern? Yes. The pattern is between the 2 numbers times 2 plus 2 times 2 plus 2. In this way, we actually don't need to fill out all of the numbers until 18. We know that the pattern is times 2 plus 2. 18 times 2 is 36. 36 plus 2 is 38. So the answer is B. Okay. Normally, given a 2 fair dice, there is 1 in 6 chance for the dice to sum a 7. The first die rolls a 5. Tasha says now there is a 1 in 6 chance for the dice to sum a 7 if the second dice is rolled, because at the start there was a 1 in 6 chance for the dice to sum a 7. So, is Tasha correct? Tasha is correct that there is a 1 in 6 chance, but her reasoning is wrong. What we know now is that the first dice, right, is fixed. It showed a 5. So the second dice must show a 2 for this to plus together to get 7, right? What is the chance of this being 2? 1 in 6. That's why it's 1 in 6. Not because at the beginning there is a 1 in 6 chance altogether, right? This was including like 1, 6, 4, 3, and so on. There's 6 out of 36 chances. That's why it's 1 in 6. So Tasha is incorrect. Natalie says if there is a 1 in 6 chance for the die to sum 7, if the second die is rolled now because a 2 is needed and there is a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a 2. So this is the correct explanation. So who is correct? The answer is B. Okay, use the conversation to answer the question. Jennifer says people only decide to eat unhealthy foods because most healthy alternatives are too expensive. Stephanie says, I disagree. We are naturally attracted to unhealthy compounds such as sugar and fat. Costs have little to do with it. So, what is the main disagreement? Remember, they have to be talking about the same topic for them to be able to disagree, right? If they're talking about 2 completely different topics, then they're not really disagreeing. So what is the topic they're disagreeing about? They're disagreeing about why people eat unhealthy foods, right? Jennifer's saying it's because healthy foods are too expensive, and Steph is saying we are naturally attracted to unhealthy compounds and costs have little to do with it. So it's about the reason why people choose to eat unhealthily. And A is the best one that sums it up. That cost is not the only cause behind the consumption of unhealthy foods. Okay? It's not the only cause. Because she says costs have little to do with it. She doesn't say they don't have anything to do with it. Right? Okay. So 7, a rectangular room measures 20 by 10, rug measures 10 by 5, covering this floor. Find the shaded area of the diagram. Okay, best way to do this, find a total and then minus the unshaded bits, okay? So the whole thing is 200, right? 20 times 10 is 200. We're minusing 5 by 10, which is 50. What is this triangle here? 6 by 8. 6 times 8, don't forget to halve it for triangle. You can cross simplify. 6 fours are 24. This bottom triangle, 4 by 4, divide by 2 as well. 4, 4, 16, divide by 2, 8. Okay, so we're going to go 24 plus 50 plus 8, plus up all the white parts. 7, 8, 82. We can minus 82 from the total. We get 1, length 8, 1, 1. 118, which is option C. Okay, 8. So, identify the assumption. Traveling to different countries can open our eyes to different ways of life and how people live. By taking in cultural landmarks and different views of history, travel can help us empathize with different people and the way they think, as well as the perspective that they have on various global issues. Therefore, we should all seek to travel and learn more about the world. So the reasoning behind why we should travel and learn more about the world is because taking in cultural landmarks and different views of history will definitely help us empathize. That is the assumption, right? They're saying that we can learn more about history just by looking at different cultural landmarks. So the assumption is B. Most traveling involves going to cultural landmarks and learning about history, whereas usually, well not usually, sometimes traveling can involve other things, right? It could be for relaxation, it could be to visit family members, and so on. Okay, 9. So again, we are going to tabulate this information. We have 3 friends, Jeremy, Jessica, and Jessie. Notice how the names are very similar, so you have to be careful, okay? Jeremy, Jessica, and Jessie. So we have how many things that we are doing? So 3. Okay, so case, yes, no, model, right, and color. Jeremy did not have a Google phone, so he must have had Apple or Samsung. So I'm going to write A or S. He did not choose a black nor a silver phone, so he must have chose white. And he bought it with a case, so yes for case. Jessica chose an Apple phone, okay, and was a white color. She did not get a case with her phone. Jessie selected a Samsung phone, which was different to Jeremy's, so Jeremy's cannot be Samsung, must be Apple. Jessie chose a silver phone with no case. Okay, so now let's look through the options. Jeremy selected a Samsung phone. Incorrect, it's Apple. Jessica's phone was most expensive, we don't know that. All 3 friends chose same color, nope. Jessie chose silver, the other 2 chose white. Jeremy and Jessica selected the same phone type. Yes, they both chose Apple. So D is your answer. Okay, which cannot be definitively concluded from this case study. 4 friends are competing in a game that involves rolling a dice. The game is easy. The person rolls with the highest number wins. Okay, Isaac rolled an even number less than 6. So Isaac could have rolled with 2 or 4, right? Naomi beat Isaac but finished behind Albert. Okay, so Naomi beat Isaac. Let's actually put Isaac here. So Naomi beat Isaac but finished behind Albert. Okay, we don't know what they rolled, but we know it's like that. In this case, Isaac could still be a 4 if Naomi's a 5 and Albert's a 6, right? So we'll just leave it like that. Sandy rolled an odd number and came 3rd. So Sandy, I'm going to put her 3rd, and I've rolled an odd number. So if Isaac rolled a 4, right, Sandy, Naomi, and Albert cannot have enough numbers to roll, so he must have rolled a 2. The next odd number is 3. We have 3 or 5, right? Again, Sandy can't be 5 because there's not enough for the other 2, so she must be 3. Albert rolled the highest number possible, must have rolled a 6. So, which one cannot be definitively concluded? Isaac came last. Yes, we know that, right? Naomi finished ahead of Sandy. Yes, we know that. Albert rolled a 6. We know he rolled the highest number. Naomi rolled a 5. So we don't know what Naomi rolled. She could have rolled a 4 or a 5, right? Do we know which one? No. So we cannot definitively conclude Naomi rolled a 5. That's why B is the answer. Right, just some key points from this test that we want to talk about. For drawing conclusions, okay, be very careful what the question is asking. Is it asking what can be concluded or cannot be concluded? Okay. Another one for area questions. Try and think of the pieces as shapes you already know. Okay. If it is a weird looking area, try and divide it into triangles, rectangles, and squares to figure out the area. Right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that video. I will see you in the next one.